Striker 6. This is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
We have dry and mostly clear conditions still in place across mid-Michigan this Tuesday morning. Some cloud cover and a couple of light to moderate rain showers to our west will try to make its way into our region later on this afternoon. Temperatures at 41 degrees in Lansing, 40 right now over in St. John's, falling down into the upper 30s in places like Marshall, Coldwater, and over in Ionia as well. Wind chill temperatures generally sitting in the mid to upper 30s. They will remain in that range as we go throughout the next few hours. We have a lot of sunshine and some very warm temperatures in the forecast for the rest of the day. We'll have more details in just a bit. 6 News This Morning continues.
WLNS is here for you, celebrating 75 years of bringing you the news with 6 News This Morning.
Good morning, Mid-Michigan. It's Tuesday, April 22nd. I'm Jorma Duran.
And I'm Megan Maselli. Thank you so much for joining us.
6 News is here for you now at this morning's top stories. This morning, the world continues to mourn Pope Francis, who died yesterday at the age of 88.
Yeah, people are remembering the first Latin American pope as a champion of marginalized groups.
Tina Kraus is in Rome with a look at the tributes as well as the Pope's final wishes.
The faithful flocked to St. Peter's Square for a second day to mourn the death of Pope Francis.
It's just a very sad day.
The world worshippers also gathered for special mass services to honor the man known as the People's Pope, including Paris's famed Notre Dame, the pontiff's hometown, Buenos Aires, Argentina, and also in cities across the U.S.
I was away from the church for many, many years, and it was because of Pope Francis that I came back to embrace my faith.
World landmarks also paid tribute overnight. The Eiffel Tower went dark. New York's Empire State Building lit up gold and white. In a statement, the Vatican confirmed the 88-year-old pontiff died yesterday from a stroke that put him into a coma and caused irreversible heart failure. The statement also noted the Pope's 5-week-long hospitalization for double pneumonia earlier this year. He was still recovering when he made his final appearance at Sunday's Easter services. Cardinals sealed the papal apartment yesterday. In his will, the Pope left instructions for a simple burial at Rome's Basilica of St. Mary Major, with a one-word inscription on his tomb, Franciscus. World leaders are now preparing to make their way to Rome for the Pope's funeral, expected to take place this week.
He was a good man.
President Trump confirmed on social media that he and the First Lady plan to attend. Tina Kraus, CBS News, Rome.
Back here in Michigan, State House Republicans introduced a new slate of bills designed to crack down on illegal immigration. If passed, these laws would change how the government treats undocumented people and even ban how you are allowed to interact with them. Some of the bills deal with sanctuary policies. Those are local level policies preventing law enforcement agencies from sharing information about people's immigration status with federal immigration authorities. Under the newly proposed bills, all such policies would be invalid. And if they are enforced, individual people could bring legal action against their local government for damages. The state would also have to withhold payments to any communities with a sanctuary policy and ban undocumented immigrants from participating in any government services or grants. Also, 2 of the bills would ban anyone from bringing undocumented people into the United States, harboring them, or transporting them. And that includes bringing people into the country not through an official port of entry, even if they have official authorization to enter the U.S. Any attempt to transport, conceal, harbor, aid, or abet a person who you know is undocumented or with reckless disregard for whether they are undocumented would be a felony, punishable by up to 10 years in prison or more if a separate crime is involved.
Starting next month, the Education Department will begin collecting student loans that are in default. And the White House says this will include the garnishing of wages for what could end up being millions of borrowers throughout the U.S. Right now, about 5.3 million Americans are in default on their federal student loans. The department says on May 5th, it will begin involuntary collection through the Treasury Department's offset program, which withholds payments like tax refunds, federal salaries, and other benefits from people with past due debts to the government. The department says it will also start garnishing wages for borrowers in default after a 30-day notice. There's a new interactive and experimental exhibit coming to the Broad Art Museum on Michigan State's campus.
Yeah, 6 News This Morning reporter Zoe Hewitt is in the studio this morning to give us a preview of this new exhibit called Vanitas, Archive of Arrested Decay. Good morning, Zoe.
Good morning. Now, artists of Mela Studios specialize in making connections among culture, art, and pleasure with a focus on food, since it's something that, let's face it, we all consume on a daily basis. This evening, the artists will be at the museum talking about their process, and their exhibition will be open to the public from Wednesday through Friday this week. One of the fascinating things about this art is that it's inspired by the process of mummification. They'll actually be mummifying food. Everyone visiting the museum on Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. is encouraged to bring their favorite foods along with them to contribute to the artistic process. So it's history and art wrapped into a single package.
Mummification is something we had to research both historically and technically. And our main challenge was a kind of expediting process that would take to the ancient Egyptians a few months to something that can take a few minutes and that could happen live at the museum.
Now, when I was told that everyone could bring their own special food items, I thought of the classic Michigan item that everyone brings from parties to drinking for illness. You must know what I'm talking about. It's Vernors. Now, it'll be interesting to see what everyone does bring to the museum for sure. If you want to attend tonight's talk, registration is recommended, but not required. I'm Zoe Hewitt, live in studio, 6 News.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather on the Sixes, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
We have cooler temperatures in the forecast across mid-Michigan this morning. Thankfully, coupled with that, we also have some calmer wind speeds, especially compared to the gusty conditions that we had across the area yesterday. Speaking of yesterday, we peaked at 44 miles per hour in Lansing for our top wind gusts, at similar speeds in Jackson, and 48 miles per hour over in the city of Detroit. Our winds as we go throughout the rest of the day sustained right around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Gusts as high as 20 will be possible this morning, helping to bring our wind chill temperatures into the upper 30s. Our air temperatures, however, currently at 41 degrees in Lansing and Mason, 40 right now over in Jackson and St. John's. We're falling down to 37 degrees in places like Marshall. High temperatures today still going to be really impressive for this time of year. We're going to warm up into the mid-60s across the area today. We have a lot of sunshine in the forecast as well. And actually our temperatures will continue to warm and continue to stay well above average throughout the rest of the work week.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we're happy this morning.
We got the stamp of approval.
Yeah,
I do.
Perfect.
All
All right,
right.
thanks, Kendall.